So rapid transformation 101. What do we use at Innovo when we help teams rapidly transform themselves, find a new market fit, reinvent themselves? Number one, assets. We look at what assets do you have in your company? What's your product about? What's your technology? How good is it? How innovative it is? Second, customers. Who are your customers? How many customers do you have? Can we leverage that asset, that customer base? And what is the impact that the crisis, for instance, that is going right now, having to your existing customer base, right? Do we change customers or no? Can we leverage the customer base that you have? Second, what's the reach you have? How much cash you have on the bank account left to be able to make the right investments? The talent you have on your team? What can we do with your great team? And any visions you have, any ideas you have. So often when this situation happens, you come up with a lot of different ideas, right? And I talked in the prior video of the concept of the ostrich, right? That's running everywhere and running fast. So you want to make sure basically that, you prioritize. That's step 2. That's what we do. Revive the phoenix. So what you have to do here basically is identify, based on the assets, what market opportunities do you have? So you look at your different markets, sub-segments. So example, you're going to say, can our technology, our product be applied to healthcare? Or can it be applied to military? Can it be applied to, consumer? Consumer what? Consumer gaming, consumer, and so on. So you figure out what market application may have a fit for your products. Then you look at customers. Who are the customers? But really specifically, customer segments, and you break it down also in sub-segments. You have to be very, very precise at the customer level, because that's going to be highly impacting basically everything else, including the value proposition, design, and so on. So then you want to put yourself in the shoes of your customers. So what you do there, you basically want to see the ecosystem they see. What's the competition? What are the alternatives? What are the solutions? And that's the next point here. What are the solutions? What are the solutions your customers have access to or could buy? And how are you better than these solutions? Problems? What are the problems with the existing solutions? The current states and so on. Then you need insights and foresights. Insights is things that are happening right now that you need to know. Foresights is what's going to happen or is about to happen. It's trends. You need to know what's next. You always need to be one step ahead of the game. And that's at Innovo, it's one of our strengths. We're always a step ahead, and we we help our customers be a step ahead. How? We have a great network with a lot of people, have a lot of foresights, see things before everyone else. It's a bit like surfing, right? You have a wave, you need to be at the time where the wave starts. And then finally, with all these elements, you formulate a Phoenix plan, a plan. Basically, you identify the opportunity. Third, unleash the unicorn. So what is this? So unleash the unicorn is basically prototype. Based on the information you have, the assets you have, based on your market opportunities that you've identified, now you prototype your product, your service, your business model. You make sure you can make money with that new offering in that product, right? There's a lot of entrepreneurs, they define a product, they define a solution, a service, but then they don't think about the business model, right? What is the business model? It's taking a lot of the things that you have in the Phoenix plan. It's basically the value proposition, the customer segments, is validating it, and then defining a 10x advantage, right? When you invent a product, you don't want to invent a product and follow a trend, right? You want to create a trend. You want to make sure you're unique. That's the unicorn concept, right? A unicorn is rare. So you need to build a 10x advantage and be one of a kind, stand out, be unique. So that is one of the things we help entrepreneurs do, is not only create a business model that is sound, but is highly differentiated. That is the unicorn play. Then you validate, right? You can do a lot of whiteboard innovation. It's not going to take you anywhere. What you have to do is get outside the building, use your network, use your existing customers, use your existing investors, boards, members, advisors, the industry, and you go validate rapidly. There's techniques for that. It's difficult to basically get this feedback, and we help entrepreneurs on that standpoint too. Get the real feedback. And then once you have that, you try to build an acquisition system. You think about digital marketing strategies. And before this, you sort of do guerrilla marketing. hunter-gatherer marketing and sales. But then soon enough, you want to build a process, a system so you can calculate, customer acquisition cost, customer lifetime value, and so on. Basically, once you have that, you've captured a couple of customers or letter of intent or customers that are asking for proposals, signing an NDA, then you use these proofs immediately in your marketing to accelerate the deal closure. And finally, once you have all these elements, your assets, you have a good Phoenix plan, you've unleashed the unicorn plan, now you build a package around all this with all the proofs, and you can present it to an investor who is willing to invest in your company. And right now, there are investors interested in investing in great companies.